Hey, thanks for joining us for the, non-express weekend edition on Canadian bacon stocks. Doing a lot of focus on the Bitcoin, the crypto markets this week and last and the week before. On your screen, we'll get right to it, all right? Thanks for joining us. 8:18 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 13th of December, Freaky Friday, 2024, which it was. Check out on the key facts today. The Texas House Bill 1598 allows state agencies to accept Bitcoin for payments and enables Texans to pay taxes with Bitcoin, which can be held for 5 years. So that was an interesting fact, and that's a key fact today. So that's a very noteworthy thing that's moving forward in the USA. Let's move to our crypto maps for that time I mentioned to you, 8:18 p.m. Eastern Standard Time now on the 13th of December. These are the markets, what they look like as of, they're moving right now. So BNB and Dogecoin will be covering today. You can see they're down a little bit in the 1 week, but they've been brutally magnificent. And a few other, Cardano, that's another one we'll discuss today. A little later, chain linkage. We'll just talk about that. Shiba's always kicking, and we'll not. Last but not least, we'll go down to the 20s, and that's the Bitcoin Cash. Look at that, eh? 6 months, it's up at 26.29, 108.31 on the year to date. So that's Hedera is another one we'll be covering today, which is a very interesting item. Unfortunately, all these are in U.S. funds at this particular point in time, but you can get derivatives and some other similar items in this vein of coinage, cryptocurrency, and that moves us on to look at that Cardano, though, 167.4% over 6 months. Want to see some serious, ridiculous numbers, though. We go to the 10-year, and it's up 31,000% on the Bitcoin. All time, you can see the numbers, great numbers on the Bitcoin. Another one that stood out was the Shiba. It's incredible, up a couple million% over the 5 years. So these are all noteworthy for your little watch list, hopefully putting a sizzle in your stock portfolio at Canadian Bacon Stocks. This leads us to the item that was actually from December the 12th, 2024. Unfortunately, I have to bring it up for you, and there's actually 2 or 3 occasions where the networks have been hacked. I'm going to just read it real quick for you, though, as fast as I can, just give you a general overview of this situation. Some of you know it, some of you don't, but the hacker exploits DOGECOIN vulnerability, crashes 69% of the network. The exploit, executed by Andreas Cole, co-founder of Bitcoin sidechain Sequentia, demonstrated the network's fragility and raised pressing questions about robustness of cryptocurrency's ecosystems. And he went on to say this: "Whoops! I just did a thing, and I think I might have just crashed more than half of all Doge nodes." That's from Andreas Cole. This is from December the 12th, 2024. So he's really crippled that network right now. He's called the Doge Reaper, and he was detailed originally on December the 4th about this happening. It's like a death note as they write on. I'm just trying to give you the overview of this. And this event actually spotlighted Dogecoin's security practices as the community criticized the negligence, right? Looks like they've lost most of the network. They're getting it back online. Well, as I said, the number of operational nodes plummeted to just 205, though it has been slightly recovered to 315, leaving the network functioning at a reduced capacity. I think it was important how he hacked in. I'm sorry, I missed that part. Please excuse me, but using an old laptop in rural El Salvador. Cold targeted a vulnerability previously disclosed by researcher Tobias Ruck. So that's very interesting. So he's crippled the network, but that brings us down to earlier this year. The Cardano blockchain experienced a similar attack, but Cardano successfully thwarted the attack, prompting developers to announce a node upgrade to enhance network security. Brings us down to this one in DeFi security in 2024. Giga Chad, Giga token investor known as Still in the Game, fell victim to a sophisticated phishing attack that stole 6 million worth of tokens from this guy. And that's just this month that happened. So keep your eyes on your fries. And that just shows us that security is a serious issue with the cryptocurrency. And we're segue right over to Litecoin. Look at that. So it is a serious issue. And those who know about cryptocurrency much more than I do know there's a lot of issues right now. It seems that the whole industry is excelling, but the backdoor and security is lacking and lazy. Litecoin, crypto asset, gonna love it. Check it out, people. It's kind of just a steady Freddy over the time, but this is Litecoin was launched in 2011. I just got to tell some of my regular viewers as a direct competitor to Bitcoin. So this is a direct head-to-head competitor, promising low cost and high speed transactions to make it a cryptocurrency that could undertake point-of-sale transactions and microtransactions. Created from a fork in Bitcoin's blockchain, founder Charlie Lee labeled Litecoin as a light version of Bitcoin and silver to the Bitcoin's gold. And Litecoin uses a proof of work consensus method and has halving events every 4 years, just like Bitcoin. However, its supply is slightly higher than BTC, totaling 84 in LTC. So that's an interesting one. That's Litecoin. Put that on your watch list. It is US dollars, but it's steady Freddy on the Litecoin. Here's another one that I picked out for you, which was Chainlink, a little chain linkage. And look at it's up year to date 99.07%. And this one's Ethereum. Excuse me. Based on the Ethereum network, Chainlink acts as an intermediary between non-blockchain businesses and blockchain platforms, which allows smart contracts to connect with real-world external data. Its link token is how network operators are paid and also uses collateral in the network smart contracts. It also has an open source project, which means that anyone can contribute and suggest improvements to the network. So that's Ethereum. So that's interesting. These are promising down the road, and that's for $29.61 on the Chainlink. Moves us over to crypto coins. They're in the gray. They were in the light green earlier. They're moving around. Ethereum, DOGECOIN. We're going to discuss DOGECOIN in a minute. That moves us over to crypto coins, excluding Bitcoin. Little Dogecoin is Cardano's up, Solana, Chainlink, as I just mentioned, and a little Shiba. Hedera, we'll discuss that in a minute. And XRP is a solid choice too. Moving over to the coins DeFi, unless we're going to discuss that, and Hedera is on the highlight, even though it's not in the green right now. You got Stacks, Athena, Injective. Put these on your watch list, people. Mental. And these are very interesting prospects for your watch list. Let's discuss how and what this list is in respects to totally different from Bitcoin. It's a DeFi is if you don't mind me reading, I know I'm doing a lot of reading. I'm going to go over my time today. I do apologize. Decentralized finance, DeFi is emergent peer-to-peer financial system that uses blockchain and cryptocurrencies to allow people and businesses or other entities to transact directly with each other. The key principle behind DeFi is to remove third parties like banks from the financial system, thereby reducing costs and transaction times. So it's in its infancy. Here's a key takeaway, though: decentralized finance, merging peer-to-peer, removing third parties, and blockchain technology, software that allows to transact financially with each other. I just kind of mentioned that. That was redundant. Sorry about that. That moves us over to Hedera, and that's the one that was on the DEFI here. Look at it. It's jumped up, and, just there's a ton you can put on your list, and that's just one of them. And that's HBAR Check it out. Check it out. Moves us on to the big movers up for Friday evening, December 13th, for the weekend edition on Canadian bacon stock. So once again, hopefully putting a sizzle in your stock portfolio. Thanks for joining us. Remember, do you keep looking at your charts, man. I have to take a look at sometimes 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 1 week, 1 hour. You know what I mean? Just vary it up. Celestica, look at that, a big jump at 9% for the day. Big jumperoni. Another one. I moved away from crypto. Sorry about that. I had some callers ask me about these particular ones. Biopharma, big jump. It's up to $1. And what was the other one here? Collier Global Energy. It's up 10.85% today. So keep your eyes on your fries once again. Texas, and that's up. It's $46.99 Canadian, up $2. So we go to the big dumb, the lumpy dumps, and TerraVest was one of them. A lumpy dump down at 7.82%. What was another dump? Downhill. Oh, it was in-house systems, down about 13% today. Technology services, packaged software, and Newmont Corporation, not looking too good. And Dream Unlimited took a big jump after their earnings. That leads us to, finally, so bada bing, bada boom, and moves us over to a little back pocket, front pocket action, little insider trading. One that struck me for Friday the 13th was this one. Condoleezza Rice, serving as director at C3.ai. Sold 74,000, right, for 3.3 million US dollars. And that was for December the 12th, 2024. So it looks like he sold half. There's a little Christmas cash for the C3 for Mr. Rice. That brings us up to another interesting one, was Iron Mountain for December the 12th, yesterday's news. 3.6 million for Mr. Meanie. This guy's a real meanie. Cashing out at $3.6 million. Following these transactions, Mr. Meanie no longer directly owns any shares of Iron Mountain common stock. So that's your insider trading, your little back pocket, side pocket action for today. Oh, I did notice one that just came in through the pipes. Let's just bring it up for fun. It was an interesting one, ladies and gentlemen. SoFi's on there too. But I think we had an interesting one with a high-end clothing maker. And it's not, Roblox sold too, so that's interesting. So a couple of Roblox sells too. Make a note of that, 2.6 million on Bronstein and Mark Reinstra, just a 300K on that. But the other gentleman, Manuel Bronstein, 2.6 million on the Roblox. I had a couple other ones I did miss. I'm unable to tag them properly for you today. Carvana sold to, Carvana. Ryan Keaton, CBO, on December 12th, sold 24,000, 6.1 million, and a little pocket change for the Christmas season and the palm trees. That's all we have today, this afternoon. Thanks for joining us for the weekend edition for a non-express version. Keep your eyes on your fries. Crypto's going to be crazy next week. And I appreciate you checking us out at Canadian Bacon Stocks. Hopefully putting a sizzle in your stock portfolio.